Ever wondered why Scania trucks, huge in Europe, Latin America, and parts of Asia and Africa, are nowhere to be seen on American highways? They're known for their fuel efficiency, cutting-edge tech, and driver comfort. Scania is a major player worldwide, but in the US, it's been missing in action. That might be about to change. With the trucking industry shifting toward electric power, stricter emissions rules, and sustainability taking center stage, could this finally be Scania's big moment? Or will regulatory hurdles, strong brand loyalty, and America's love for conventional rigs keep it out? Now, Scania, a key brand under the Volkswagen Group's Traton division, has the resources and technology to shake things up. But will it ever go head-to-head with Kenworth, Peterbilt, and Freightliner on American highways? We're going to find out as we break it down. Scania's story goes way back to 1891, when two Swedish companies, Vabis and Scania, joined forces. Since then, it's grown into a global powerhouse in heavy trucks, buses, and industrial engines. What really sets Scania apart is its engineering. Take its V8 truck series, for example. When it launched in 2010, it packed a whopping 730 horsepower and 3,500 Nm of torque, making it the most powerful truck in the world at the time. But Scania isn't just about raw power. It's all about innovation, sustainability, and making transportation smarter, safer, and more efficient for the future. Scania has long been a leader in the truck technology, consistently staying ahead of industry trends. From the outset, the company has embraced innovations that enhance both vehicle performance and sustainability. One of Scania's key strengths is fuel efficiency. Their trucks feature advanced aerodynamics and cutting-edge engines designed to reduce fuel consumption, helping fleet operators lower costs. Driver comfort is another priority. Scania's premium ergonomic cabs are built for long-haul drivers, minimizing fatigue and improving overall well-being. Additionally, Scania is deeply committed to sustainability, investing heavily in hybrid and electric trucks, biofuels, and alternative drivetrains to support the future of eco-friendly transport in Europe. On the marketing side, the company holds a dominant position in Europe's heavy-duty truck segment, maintaining a strong reputation for innovation and efficiency. In Latin America, particularly in Brazil and Argentina, Scania has secured a significant market share, while its presence in Asia and Africa continues to expand, especially in emerging markets. Now, despite this global success, Scania has yet to break into the US market. And this raises an important question. Why has this Swedish powerhouse not made its mark on American roads? Well, the answer to that raging question is, the US trucking market is governed by strict emissions and safety regulations that are very different from those in Europe. Trucks operating in the US must comply with standards set by the Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA, and the Department of Transportation, DOT, covering areas such as fuel, efficiency, emissions, and safety features. However, for Scania, entering the US market would require substantial modifications to its vehicles to meet these stringent requirements. For instance, US trucks must adhere to the 2007 EPA diesel emissions regulations, which impose strict limits on nitrogen, oxygen, and particulate matter emissions. Adapting Scania's European truck designs to these standards would demand massive investment in research, development, and engineering. Another reason why Scania hasn't entered the US market yet is that the dealership network and services. Unlike Freightliner, Peterbilt, and Kenworth, Scania doesn't have a dealer network in the US, and that's a big deal. And that's because truckers want easy access to sales, financing, and, most importantly, repairs. Established brands have hundreds of dealerships nationwide, making it simple to get service when needed. For example, an average trucker knows the nearest service station to service their Freightliner or any other trucks with no worry. That, however, can never be said of Scania with no service station at all. And without that kind of support, truckers might hesitate to invest in an unfamiliar brand. Because after all, who wants to be stuck waiting for parts or struggling to find a qualified mechanic? If Scania wants a shot at the US market, building a strong dealer network will be one of its biggest challenges. And another thing, there's a lack of established service and distribution network in North America. And beyond just dealerships, Scania would also face another big challenge when it comes to service and parts availability. American truckers rely on a huge network of repair centers and distribution hubs to keep their trucks running smoothly and minimize downtime. Without an established support infrastructure, Scania trucks would struggle to compete with brands that already offer quick and easy maintenance solutions across the country. Also, there's a thing for American market preferences. A big hurdle for Scania in entering the US market is the difference in truck preferences. American truckers have a strong preference for long-nosed conventional trucks, like the Kenworth W900 and Peterbilt 389. These trucks are not only iconic, but also offer better maneuverability and are easier to repair, making them ideal for long-haul demands of American trucking. Now, the glitch for this is the fact that Scania, however, primarily makes cab-over-engine models, which is way more common in Europe due to length restrictions. While cab-over engines or COEs are great for tighter spaces, American truckers are much more drawn to conventional trucks. If Scania wants to make an impact, they need to take these preferences into account. And while we're at it, competition and brand loyalty can also be said to be another factor as to why Scania has not entered American markets. Because remember, there is an established dominance of Freightliner, Peterbilt, Kenworth, and Volvo in the US. Freightliner is the market leader, backed by a huge dealer network, while Kenworth and Peterbilt are known for their durability, customization, and solid resale value. And even Volvo has carved a niche by adapting to the US market with both cab-over and conventional designs. These brands have strong, long-standing relationships with large fleets and owner-operators, making it tough for newcomers. To compete, Scania would need to offer trucks that directly challenge these giants, all while building a brand that earns trust in a market where they are deeply loyal. The first among these glaring signs is Volkswagen's push for global expansion. Remember, Scania is part of the Volkswagen Group's Traton division, which also owns Navistar, the parent company of International Trucks. This connection could help Scania break into the US market, as Traton might be interested in expanding there. By leveraging its relationship with Navistar, Scania could gain access to an established distribution network and enhance its credibility in the American market. This could be a crucial step in giving Scania a strong foothold in the US trucking industry. And there is also a growing interest in fuel-efficient and electric trucks. Now, it's no news that the trucking industry is shifted towards sustainability, and US regulations, especially in places like California, are driving that change. States such as California, Washington, and New York are setting tough carbon reduction targets, pushing many fleets to make the switch to electric vehicles. Scania is already ahead of the curve with their electric trucks, and they offer impressive features, including a range of up to 600 kilometers per charge, fast recharging in under 2 hours, and the ability to handle up to 74 tons of gross train weight. With US fleets increasingly looking for fuel-efficient, low-emission options, Scania's electric and hybrid tech could make them a strong contender in the US market at just the right time. Now, another factor to look at in this proposed Scania expansion is fleet testing and collaboration. Scania has already made some moves in the US by showcasing modified trucks at trade shows and even doing test drives, which could be a sign that they're seriously considering a future in the American market. Now, if they decide to go all in, one truck that could turn heads is the Scania 770S. This beast is a serious contender for long-haul trucking, packing 770 horsepower and a massive 3,700 Nm of torque, which makes it one of the most powerful trucks out there. And even with all that power, it's still got top-notch fuel efficiency, which is a big deal for fleet owners looking to save on fuel costs. The 770S also doesn't skip on comfort. It features a spacious luxury cabin with ergonomic seating and advanced safety features, perfect for long hauls. Plus, it's compatible with biofuels, so it's sustainable too. If Scania launches the 770S in the US, it could go head-to-head with trucks like the Freightliner Cascadia 126 and the Peterbilt 570 Ultraloft in the premium segment. The big question is, would American truckers embrace Scania's European design and V8 power? If they market it right, the Scania 770S could be the truck that puts Scania on the map in the US. For Scania to really succeed in the US, they might have to take a few changes to their truck lineup. One move could be introducing a conventional long-nosed truck, something that's more in line with what American truckers prefer. And this would mean in investing in R&D, research and development, to make sure their trucks meet the needs of US drivers. Now, another option, Scania could double down on what it already does best, electric and alternative fuel trucks. By targeting fleet sales in states like California, which have strict sustainability rules, they maybe could skip some of the traditional hurdles and position themselves as leaders in the green trucking movement. Which, to be fair, would be a smart way to make their mark without having to completely overhaul their entire approach. Now, another pathway to breaking into the US market for Scania is to start by focusing on large trucking fleets, since they typically have the budget for high-tech, sustainable trucks. These fleets are all about long-term efficiency, which is where Scania's fuel-efficient and electric trucks could really shine. Now, once Scania built some momentum and established itself, they could then shift their focus to independent owner-operators, who are a key part of the US market. Now, that would be a smart way to ease into a tough market and build a strong foundation for future growth. However, let's assume Scania eventually steps into the US market. They definitely shake things up, going head-to-head with giants like Freightliner, Volvo, and Tesla, who are all putting a lot of effort into electric trucks. Now, with Scania's focus on tech and sustainability, they could really stand out as a premium, eco-friendly options that truckers can rely on for both performance and the future of green transport, which means it could be the perfect moment for them to make their mark. Now, while there's no clear answer yet, it definitely seems like Scania is seriously eyeing a move into the US market. Now, the challenges are big, but so are the opportunities. With a shift towards electric vehicles and sustainability in the trucking industry, Scania's commitment to innovation puts it in a good position to succeed. Now, if they decide to move forward, they will face hurdles like meeting regulations, building dealer networks, and taking on tough competition. But with Volkswagen's backing, the rising demand for eco-friendly trucks, and Scania's know-how, the timing might be just right. If they make it happen, Scania could shake up the American trucking scene. Now, will the Scania 770 SV8 make its way to the US highway soon? Well, only time will tell.